Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa. Well, Broadway across Canada's Mean Girls is coming to the National Arts Centre on October the 18th. It runs until the 23rd. So exciting having these productions back in person. And we are joined by one of the cast members on today's show, Lawrence E. Street, joining us. Lawrence, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you doing? What's the tour been like so far?
We have been in a string of 18 one-weekers. So
really?
By the time we get to Ottawa, we'll have seen 18 different cities in 18 weeks.
Unbelievable. What's it been like so far? What's the response been like from audiences?
It's been really beautiful. I think so many people are hungry for live theater because we were shut down, for 20 months with COVID.
Yeah.
So coming back and having that in-person experience, there's really nothing like it. I love films and I love TV, but live theater is its own special element, and I think people are just happy to be there with us.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And let's talk about this particular production, Mean Girls. Describe it to our viewers, Lawrence.
Mean Girls is set in Chicago, and it centers around a young woman whose parents were working in Africa through her childhood. And when she becomes a junior in high school, they all decide to move to the United States. But she's never had been socialized in American high school hierarchy and American high school, who's in and who's out. But she's a very intelligent girl, kind of an expert in math. So she uses her intellect and her understanding of all the animals in the wild that her parents were working with to navigate the very treacherous world of being a young teenage woman.
And what sort of, I think you touched on it already, Lawrence, but what are some of the themes that we find in this production?
How to be a real friend and how to have a good friend, I think is a major theme. I think the other theme is, especially for younger people, being yourself and finding who that is. It's work for everybody, but especially for our teens and our tweens. It gets to be a lot of outside noise and a lot of outside pressure to make those decisions. And I think our show is saying, kind of look within, and those answers are there.
Lawrence, tell me about your particular role. Describe it for us.
Sure. I play Rick Duvall. He is the principal of North Shore High. If you're familiar with the movie, Tim Meadows played him in the movie.
Oh, yes.
I describe Rick Duvall as kind of a fish out of water. He is very invested in doing a great job for those kids and being a great principal. I also imagine that he is a father but only has sons. So the energy of a young woman coming at him, feeling hurt, feeling left out, feeling tricked, is a new skill he's learning, and he's having to learn it on the fly and make decisions that are right for the kids and right for each individual student. And I say all that to say that it's a comedy.
Right.
He's making those decisions, but they're happening in a very comedic way.
Lawrence, tell me a little bit about your background and sort of the audition process, how you came to this role.
Sure. So our show is cast by Bernie Telsey, who is a major casting director in New York and in LA. We had an initial audition, which was with Bethany Knox, and she's the casting director specifically with Mean Girls on Broadway. And my first audition was with her.
Okay.
And then she reached out to my agent, and she said, "Well, it looks like we're gonna pass Larry on in the process. His final two auditions will be for Tina Fey and for Lorne Michaels, if he makes it that far." So at my final audition was Lorne Michael, the creator of Saturday Night Live and many other things.
Yeah.
Tina Fey, the creator of Mean Girls, and Casey Nicholaw, the director and choreographer of Book of Mormon and The Prom and Mean Girls. So the pressure was high.
No kidding. How did you prepare?
How did I prepare? I watched the film.
Okay.
And then after I got my initial callback, I went to see the musical in New York. And I stole from Rick Younger, who's a brilliant comedian, and I stole from Tim Meadows, and I splashed a little me on it, and I guess it went my way this time.
Yeah, no kidding. I love it. What about the music? How would you describe the music in Mean Girls?
The music is very modern. It is musical theater, but they all sound like great pop tunes that anybody would hear on the radio right now. Jeff Richman wrote our music, and Nell Benjamin, who had huge success with Legally Blonde, another movie turned into musical. She has a wonderful ability to kind of like tapping into the female sensibility, tapping into the young female sensibility, and making that funny and bubbly and high-spirited, I guess. Yeah.
Lawrence, really, really excited to have you guys coming here to Ottawa. Thanks so much for sharing some time with us today here on Daytime Ottawa. And as I let you go, I'll remind everybody again, Mean Girls at the National Arts Centre, October the 18th to the 23rd. Visit the website for ticket information. We'll be right back.